Fnatic's turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to pick.
Earth Spirit.
Dire team pick.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Epicenter C Qualifiers, our second and final series of the day. We have here HappyFeet versus Fnatic. Fnatic, our based in Malaysia, we have a single Maiden, one Philip. HappyFeet, the
team pick.
All-Stars. Well, introductions from my part, I'm Hades, all the way from Singapore. And joined with me my co-caster, Godot from Australia. Hello.
How's it going, man? Thanks for having me here again.
We've got a good series. I mean, the first one was also pretty good and promise, but
10 seconds
a bit more familiar with them.
Definitely. I mean, Fnatic players, all of them have been like in different teams. Now they're all in one. And they've all been in like top tier 1 teams beforehand. So this is gonna be very cool to see. And then we have HappyFeet, obviously with like big known Pinoy players in their team. And I don't think they've clashed before. Fnatic has been playing quite a lot now. I believe they started off kind of rocky at the start, but now during the Zotac regionals, they've been really going at it. Like
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Fnatic's turn to ban.
It's quite sick.
Of course, you know, I agree with you, especially the part where they did struggle in the beginning. They were figuring out the roles, especially since between DJ and Febby, you know, who is actually the 5 or 4.
10 seconds remaining.
And I like the versatility between, look at the cores and the support, because besides Ohio, DJ and Febby, they can swap between 4 and 5 anytime. Q and Miracle swap mid and carry. There's so much flexibility in the draft. But, of course, let's not take anything away from HappyFeet. Ben-Hur, he was a fake pop stomper. He played with Mineski for Jules as well, Jesse Vash, and I believe in the roster, like Jules is the one playing carry. Yash, I'm not too.
Yeah, Ben-Hur is playing middle. Yash Dodo is also, I believe, a pub star. He might have played for other teams before, like known teams, but as a stand-in or a 6-player. I'm not too familiar with him, but he's quite strong actually. I mean, they wouldn't be weak, that's for sure, with this kind of roster here.
I think HappyFeet is Filipino. Let's face it, the Filipino scene is currently, I would have to arguably say it's at its peak, because they're developing a ton of strong teams and helping to boost the scene. Okay, but enough about that. Let's talk about a bit about the draft. Fnatic opened with an Earth Spirit and a Baden. Like, Io or Baden? Even more tempo control.
Yep, it should be an Abaddon offlane. They already have the Earth Spirit playing the position 4. Unlikely to see a position 5 Abaddon with an Earth Spirit 4, so it should be. And obviously Crystal Maiden with their trademark CM first pick. They've always done that in all their games.
ENC also did something similar. They picked the Crystal Maiden and Lina straight up, even though they lost that game 1 in the previous series. But is there any way we could consider like a position 1 Abaddon, like Q1 Miracle? I realize like this Fnatic roster, they also like their mid game aggression. They like to run into your face, very reminiscent of the VP at TI.
True that. They have very unique players and unorthodox players to say as well. So we could see it potentially. I just find it might not happen. Like it's possible but unlikely to see like a core Abaddon.
10 seconds.
Oh, I guess you're saying like Loda used to play Abaddon position 1 as well, actually, back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could happen. That'd be very cool to see, actually.
I mean, so far, Abaddon, we've seen it run in the off lane, and you need something like a space creating pause 1, where you're active around the map. I mean, I've seen like Miracle, because you give him trademark Jug. He's the one who's basically like rotating around to take a mid tier 1, or even rotating to off lane for kill at 5 minutes in before Omni Slash. So those are one of the things. Like this is why I said it's very reminiscent of style where caveman Dota. I'm just gonna run into your face. I don't care. Now that's gonna be a
Dire team pick.
And as you can see, the lineup for HappyFeet already heroes that can utilize the CM aura here. Lina obviously is one great hero to utilize CM aura in early game. MK as well benefits quite a lot from it. And I guess CM is one of those heroes that if you are against an Abaddon, you don't really need to stay in the lane. You can just go jungle, get levels, and then come back to the lane later on. Because if you stay in the lane against an Abaddon Crystal Maiden, what are you going to really potentially do to him? If you go bite, he can just dispel it. If you go Nova, he can just use shield to get rid of the slow, and you can't really zone him out. So potentially we might see a core hero picked by HappyFeet that can deal with the Abaddon on its. The go-to normally would be Ursa, because Ursa can zone out Abaddon on its own, but it's already banned by themselves, so it will be quite interesting to see what they pick here to go for their safe lane.
The first time today, right? Like we see Ursa banned back in the previous years between TNC and MVP. None of them actually thought about picking up the Ursa at all. Like no one banned it, which was quite surprising. But all right, we get to see the pick. We get to see what the fuss is all about. And at least this C qualifier, the Spectre will be picked up by HappyFeet.
So it looks like they will be playing more laning kind of CM. Maybe the MK will also be helping out with the Spectre in the safe lane, I'd presume. And then we have Luna, which I find it quite weird they pick Luna here, because Spectre is a great hero to absorb the Luna's Eclipse by utilizing Haunt. So maybe they want a faster paced sieging lineup so that they can abuse the timing between where Spectre actually has items to shoot in fights and the timing where, well, practically Abaddon can just kind of snowball in a sense.
But see anything too clowny. I've seen Miracle. I think when he was still playing for First Departure, they actually went for something against Mushi's Fnatic back then, which was like what, the Aghanims, Refresher, and Luna. Like he rushed it. I don't think we'll see that clowny, do we?
No, I don't think so. It should be pretty standard play here, I believe, from both teams even. Fnatic will be going for more of a sieging, snowballing, fighting kind of approach, where HappyFeet will be looking to push out the lanes, get Spectre farmed up, getting to that peak time where he has some items, either it goes for Radiance or for Yasha, so Manta Diffusal build up, and then take the fights. So, last two picks here.
Alright, taking a bet. I mean, since HappyFeet hasn't picked up an offlaner yet, Fnatic, now they're missing a go hero, unless for some reason this happens to be like an abandoned mid, which I highly doubt it will be. Duo heroes which come to mind, I guess it was but both those well against Lina. I guess Storm does okay, not PA for sure.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. Even Storm will struggle a little bit, especially considering they have the CM aura to help out the Lina spam out more than he normally would. But TA would have been a great pick, and that's out of the picture. And Kyo is not really known for versatility when it comes to middle heroes. He does have his unique playstyle of being very aggressive and kind of like snowballing, going crazy ham in fights. So it'll be quite interesting to see what they decide to pick for him to go with the Abaddon later on, because you need a hero to utilize the shield in the fight.
Okay, though, it seems way too greedy in terms of, because Luna is a hero. Yeah, she has that timing window in the mid game where she's kind of strong with team fight, but Spectre takes that out of the equation. Going for the Invoker seems really bad this game. Ember's out of the pool. What do you think about OD or even something like a Viper?
OD is not too bad. I mean, it's great against Spectre, but it's not so good against Lina in the laning phase, because Lina generally just stays back and you can't really utilize your W or your Q. Either way you build it up. Yeah, Viper. Nope, Storm, like you said, it's going to be a hero comfort zone hero here.
Boil down a lot. DJ has a lot of work to do. Like so far, I find the big difference, at least for Fnatic, was they made the most significant improvement when DJ started drafting. Because I think back then it was basically Bio and Kyo were the drafters when they first started, and afterwards, after DJ took over, I think as you also know this too, you're a support player before and a captain. So support as a drafter, you see more than drafting from the core.
Exactly. Generally when you play the cores, you play around normally the heroes that you pick as cores, whereas supports you want to focus on the entirety of the game. itself and how the game wants to be played out, despite the cores you have. So, but obviously, again, you need to pick your comfort zone heroes and play around them as well. So here there's Kyo Storm, and they can still do well. I think he'll have a very hard time early game in the laning phase, but if he gets through that and DJ Ardell makes a lot of rotations to help him out, then it should be fine. It's a great Storm game later on.
Well, I mean, he's a very good games with Earthspirit. I've always been impressed. He always finds these multiple silences.
10 seconds
Like,
remaining.
I can see why. You want to make sure that you kind of leave the Darkseer in the pool. Darkseer is always great. You know, it's almost like a magnet in a certain extent, except you basically farm these utility items. You got vacuum for setup. I think in Zotac as well, watching DJ and Ohio synergy. So I actually think this Earthspirit abandoned, they still actually make something happen. If anything, you force AU stay in the safe lane.
Yeah, the Darkseer pick is smart here. Obviously, Fnatic needs to worry about the laning phase a little bit here. Leaving the Abaddon alone in the off lane against potentially a tri-lane Spectre won't be easy. And then you have a Darkseer to worry about. Rubik Luna lane not being so bad, but they can't really completely contest the Darkseer on its own. DJ Ardell will have to be in all the lanes practically to make this work. As long as one of the lanes do well and they cover another lane, then they can maybe go through the laning phase without a big loss. But obviously, we're looking at HappyFeet having the stronger early game, and the mid game, if quite even, then the Fnatic lineup should come back with the Storm Spirit making the plays.
That's usually the thing, like, you know, when you're playing a Storm Spirit, you generally want to mentally prepare yourself that you're playing from behind. You never want to assume they're going to win the lane.
Yep, that's correct. In most cases, Storm matchups are never really any good. But this game here, they do have Abaddon, so they're gonna have to use the Storm at some point to get kills, because he is the only reliable catch, aside from Rubik. Without a blink, then it's still...
To a certain extent, like Ohio's Aphotic Shield with the Q Storm, like when he dives in, that's almost, in a sense, like a bomb.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be taking damage, but okay, before we start to get into this game, we looked at the lobby chat already as it is. For those of you who don't know, of course, Miracle and Jules, they were teammates on Mineski before they took over the... A bit of a...
30 seconds.
You wouldn't call it a grudge match, would you? Like two teammates facing off against...
Yeah, very... Not a grudge match at all. It would be quite fun, actually, the competitive between these two.
Like, I hung on with them enough, or last this when that was... So that was... Jules, of course. But I'm quite surprised to see him join HappyFeet that he was playing the carry role. I thought he would be playing a support role like he did in Mineski, but
yeah.
Mineski, all we ever saw him play was like, that's it. And oh, Monkey King, courier. Just kidding, Ohio's like, why you get out of my lane?
But yeah, it does seem like the Abaddon's going for the lane kind of pressure item build. He's got the PMS already, so he's definitely going to play around the lane, which I find will be very hard, because like I said before when I saw the drafting, when they pick Spectre, you want to contest that lane. You need to give the Spectre a good time, and that's what they'll do. They'll put 3 heroes up there against the Abaddon.
Like, nope. Get out. And not to mention Ayo and Ohio as well. These guys were teammates on Fnatic, so I think this would be the real grudge match if we were talking like, ex-teammate. How do you see Q being as much stand on this lane?
Well, generally the Storm against Luna matchup, 1 to 3, obviously you can still farm, like, obviously he can pressure you more than you can pressure him, because your static remnant does not hit him at all, and he can just lightning Dragon Slave, the creep waves, and hit you at the same time, so he's always going to have that on you in terms of an advantage. But you can somewhat just aggro the creeps, manipulate the creeps, get creeps with your static remnant or just last hitting in general, and then later on around level 4 or 5 you go to the jungle, you let a support cover middle, like let's say DJL covers middle, gets his levels through the middle lane, and then you catch up in the jungle, get your 6 or 7 and start rotating if you feel like it's the right time to do so.
Kappa Pride. I have to love this kind of on. Dash, not gonna have a Can't even get close. Yeah, of course, with the roll, and we have that high right click coming up from Miracle at the beginning. Of course, obviously he went for the Luna's Blessing. That's quite tough. Oh, look at DJ. He's already being a pain in the ass. Yeah, they spot each other in the tree. Can you just at least cancel the clarity, or even stop him from jungling?
It seems like both offlaners here are having struggles about getting as much as they can in the lane because both teams are committing 3 heroes. Now CM finally starting to rotating to the jungle to get his level 2 so he can provide CM aura for his teammates. And the sooner he gets that, the easier it becomes for the Darkseer and for the Lina to start, you know, spamming those spells and getting lane advantage. And that's
Top lane, they're gonna get some damage out here onto Ohio one more time. And AO, but he's tanking quite a, of course, on the creep. And you don't usually see this often as well, like safe lane Monkey King, like you said, but you called it again. Like, this is what they were aiming for. The midden gonna be providing that arcane. Might consider going. Yeah, she sends it going straight to his side of the jungle. Doesn't want anything to do with it.
And again, they're just playing their lanes. Nothing's really happening here. Yash finally ditched the lane to jungle because he's really not achieving that much. EJ looking at the career middle, but cannot go for it. And now Luna's completely free farming here. The Spectre still has the Abaddon in the lane, so it's not looking too bad for Fnatic here. Aside from the Storm having a bit of a trouble, as expected from this kind of matchup.
Ohio, he was would get most of it. 3 out of 4, not that bad. Again, the dagger coming out. AO, the Jingu Mastery has that pounce. Bang, and looks like Ohio should be dying here. Ooh, that Desolate. Alright, so Jules gets first blood. Level 1 Desolate already proved value. Start for Jules. Oh, bottom lane, they will also kill the offlaner. Even no way he was getting out of that.
Yep, and it seems like the CM completely ditched the lane now to just provide the aura. He might even get 2 points on the aura here if he feels like he can't really contest or gank right now. The 2 levels on aura will help everyone else in the team strengthen their lanes and their farm speed. That would be very good to see.
Trying, like, he's been good. So that's Jesse Vash has been farming.
Haste.
Great, like for Jesse. Life Strike Array. Then and her playing very aggressive. He has the Life Strike Array in a bit, but DJ rolly, and Ben-Hur has.
Top lane, Abaddon going down
You will make a nice
once
snowy.
again. Yeah, this is very smart play by HappyFeet. They know their priorities here. They know that the Abaddon will not get any help because the other lanes need help too. The Storm's struggling against the Lina, and then we have Darkseer who just completely ditched the lane because he knows he can. There's more pressure on the other lanes for him to worry about. But yeah, now looks like Spectre has phase boots, 1 more level, and he's gonna have Horn, which means he can set up a gank for another lane. And Lina, 2-0 build up to keep the pressure on the middle lane here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Very safe. Hit it tier 1. Play here into Q. Vash coming from behind, of course, with the stun. There we go. The slow is gonna connect Q. The team coming in. Save him. Ayo almost dies. Oh, Q actually still gets the DJ. Fuck, he's gonna roll back to safety. Five and a half. He wants to go here into Febby.
He's interested. The monkey. Oh, he's trapped. That's the use.
Oh, okay, but he has stick charges. That was fine.
Stupendous.
Ben-Hur playing very aggressive middle lane, just keep pushing the lane out, forcing the Storm to rotate out of the jungle so you can actually cover the lane, because or else he will just take too much damage on the tower. And at the same time, he's got clarities, he's got an infused raindrop with the CM aura, because he will never waste time in terms of regenning up and whatnot.
I'll level 4. A bit behind compared to Yash, who's already level 6.
Fortunately,
Miracle?
the Storm did get a kill before.
They actually rotate him to the top. This is what I talked about. Not yet level 6, but they just bring in the safe lane carry. And this is what Miracle's been doing on Fnatic. A very active role. But I'm sure they know what's going on. Like, Miracle just suddenly disappearing off the map. I'm pretty sure they know. And now Miracle's just gonna show him.
Interesting here. They're grouping up already this early into the game, but HappyFeet have 2 heroes smoked on the top side. Here we go.
This basically looks like a battle between... Oh, hold on. The Haunt's coming up. And Frostbitten as well. Miracle goes down. Now here comes Jules. Angry. He wants DJ come back. Can't be more, he says. DJ, well, the fuck and this is coming Laguna Blade to DJ's backside. And now Kyo zipping in, but no. Does leap away. Yo, he's gonna be alright. Back to the mid.
Yeah, 5 heroes were committed by Fnatic at the top lane while the Darkseid was pushing bot, and they still lost the trade-off by 2 of their cores being down, Abaddon and the Luna dying there. So very, very bad trade for them. Now all of HappyFeet just farming away. Ben-Hur and Jesse Bash farming the jungle. They have insane mana regen. Therefore, he can go straight to the lane, clear the lane, and prepare to maybe even go back to the jungle or heal up and start a fight again.
All that time, all that effort, trying to pressure him out, and now he's gonna get Arcane Boots. Now we're gonna see a smoke gang coming out from DJ, Febby, and QO. We'll see whether they can find the darks here. They
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
farming up the medium camp near the golems, but he's gonna surge all the way back. He doesn't have surge anymore. Febby lifting him all the way back into the loving arms of Fnatic's QO. Of course, the vacuum catching Febby on the cliff, but he has a TP, so he'll be okay. Nothing was really top lane going onto Ohio. Ayo, Onyx shield save. Frostbite's there, and Ohio doesn't even have level 6 on the Boundless Strike.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane now going down by Fnatic. A nice attempt here. Ben-Hur.
Oh, they know he's dead.
There he goes. Well, I see creeps aggroed, so maybe the creeps spotted him and then he juked the creeps or something. But I'm not sure.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied. Dire's middle tower is under
Guidance.
attack.
Esky only for one more, which I forgot. It's 3 HappyFeet, very nice start. This is not what Fnatic would like. This is not favorable at all. How do you see finding themselves put back into this game?
What have we here?
Done, smoke, Fnatic. You have Febby and DJ.
They keep bringing the Storm in. I mean, that's what I was saying at the start. Someone.
Oh no, they saw Jules, He's gonna zip all the way back in, but the dagger, he's gonna walk into the trees, of course, with the lift and the stun, with the silence. Goodbye, Jules. Big kill for
QA gets another kill now. Oh no, Febby got a kill.
fight, of course.
A 1-for-1 trade there, core wise.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Fnatic doing a lot better than I expected in the early game. Even though Ohio did die quite a lot, he does have decent CS for an Abaddon that's been constantly in the lane and not rotating to the jungle whatsoever. And they have now two tier 1 towers in the early game. They do want to contest the middle though.
Time he wants to...
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, she's gonna be...
tower has fallen.
Likes this little...
Middle lane.
Yep, they want to go higher diving right under the tier 1 tower. That looks very, very risky. The boundary strike catching the stun, looking for the light strike array, not gonna land. DJ.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Ayo. Catch someone. Baby, they get one.
Nice.
Lift. Out of range. Maybe. Oh, they find it. Bang into the stun. Of course, with the clip, they find a kill. They go to hard to try and...
Yep, a little off timing there. If a little bit early, might have been able to save him there. But he took like 3 beams whatsoever off the Eclipse. And now, sieging time again. Fnatic on the roll here. If they get this tier 1 tower, all of them are down. It'll be a lot easier to play the game from there on out.
All the way straight for Ben-Hur. Okay, Jesse Bash, thanks for the feed. Actually, no, they can't. They actually break the trees with DJ. They're gonna find AO as well. That's gonna be too easy, but the back wall, no more follow-up. Yeah, that's about it. And gosh, feet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Might have been just a mistake in terms of well, actually, never mind. One of them is about to expire, so unlikely that it's a mistake. Just a good timing to get the wood, because maybe they won't be able to get that far again. Therefore, it's good to be safe in placing another wood, because these kind of woods provide a lot of vision in terms of rotations and who's sitting behind each other, because one could cover middle and one could sit behind, and you never know. But that wood will let them know. But HappyFeet now, they can't actually take a fight as shown like the last 2 fights, top, middle. They keep getting, you know, these kills and then they just get a tower. And now the Spectre, with no tier 1 towers to cover him, has no way to just, you know, farm safely. However, they do have a lot of heroes that can spam out, so it's not the end of the world, but they have to watch out.
And actually, Febby gets it. Out of mana, or if he had more mana, he definitely would have gone. Hold on, bottom lane looks like the action's not really bad. It's just TP.
Just to cover the tower right now. Nope,
oh.
There's no idea.
Ben-Hur, he has to... Febby gets the lift onto him, he's dead.
Stupendous!
Hey, rotating towards the top lane, they do spot
Yep, the lift him behind the tier 2, the Haunt's gonna come out. Easy kill here onto Ben-Hur. Now, right? Oh, double strike, Febby! Dies to the tier 2 tower. Nothing to cancel.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bio pushing at the... He actually went... Alien build, no?
Yep. It's mainly because they have 2 cores that require a lot of farm. Storm and Luna are 2 heroes that scale very well towards the later stages of the game. So he doesn't need to go for late game or more farm oriented build. He will go for the more utility approach. So maybe a Solar Crest, maybe Aghanims even could be pretty good this game. So we'll see how this ends up.
This'll come in handy.
HappyFeet.
But how he would be... I've heard some to net much,
Yeah.
but way better than we expected. Considering he's been very active across the...
Exactly, it's because he has been active and he's been able to get kills into towers, that's why he's been on net worth. But in terms of CS, obviously he would be a little behind of the Lina.
That'd be this... The duo of support really working out. And they're gonna look for more. An investment being procs for Ohio. They're gonna sacrifice the bottom tier 1 and HappyFeet. They know that's the cue. Get the hell out of there. Bills also needs to...
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's
Seems
structures
like
are falling.
they want to fight this. MK is starting to position themselves. Nope, maybe just to cancel some TPs or whatnot. And the other two core heroes are playing around the bottom river, but I believe they're just going to try and farm whatever they can. Because right now they can't go into the jungle, and the enemy jungle is the safest place to go to, since the Fnatic lineup is all playing around the top side of the map. Mecha now completed by the Dark, so we might see some involvement now and maybe some team fights going on. But even then, it might be a little hard to actually still take a team fight on Fnatic's lineup. However, there is Bloodstone being built up from both teams here, on both Storm and Lina right now.
Of course, once you see the Bloodstones coming out, no surprise that both teams the gas up on the pedal. Pedal up on the gas. I got that the wrong way around, my bad. Alright, so with Medallion, they will take this up very quickly. And I don't think they'll make it in time. They probably, but they're definitely off the mark. Roshan will be going the way to Fnatic. Q gets it. He can. Can they?
This is a very risky play, assuming that they just left Rosh and they are kind of close to each other. It's not really the play to go for, but here we go. Ohio's taking the lead. If they jump him, then they can start the fight with the Storm afterwards. And it seems like they surge up and nothing happens. Bloodstone is complete on the Lina here.
Oh, they know he's going in Q. Oh, he doesn't even care the bounce track. He wants to burn the Aegis. Udo pumps so much, but nice job to break the trees. 5 seconds left. Ayo, Johan's gonna come around now. They still have the Miracle ultimate. The Magnetize is doing way too much. The Laguna Blade coming onto Ohio. He doesn't have live. And we look at her, he should be dying right here. And now looking for the third as well. They should be getting Yash. And Yash, no weapon, no fight. In between Fnatic heroes. Aegis Miracle with a double kill. Oh, and
not the fight to take. I mean, Roshan was just taken. Ohio was in the front of the creeps, so there's no real target to aim for. Or no real target you really want to aim for. And now, after that, those kills, they're gonna push middle, and this should surely be a tier 2 down. As pretty much Darkseid being dead, and not even having ulti up anyway. Won't allow them to fight for this. And Storm still does have the Aegis, he didn't die that fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
right, it has to come. Bottom tier 2. Starve out HappyFeet a bit.
Yeah, that should be the play now, because Jules is not big enough to actually contribute that much in the team fight. He needs his Manta, he needs his Refusal, and that's when he can start solo killing the supports very easily within the Haunt. So now it looks like it'll be a slower pace of the game. Fnatic does group up and plays towards the bottom lane. It seems like they're going for the tier 2. The Bloodstone, the Storm does cover top, TP's bottom to the Shrine, so it makes a very quick play towards the bottom tower here, where HappyFeet cannot split because the lanes are not covered. And a tier 2 here will be going down uncontested because HappyFeet cannot fight this. And potentially they could go base as well here.
Can they?
Why not? Why not? They have Aegis here, they have Abaddon. Abaddon's got Blade Mill as well. There is no need to shy away, and they are going high ground now.
Oh, Fnatic needed the Nas, and they're just giving it out. Io standing the front lines with the borrowed time. Here, of course, thanks to the passive as well. Oh, Kyo just going straight to the back line. Jesse Vash popping the Shrine. He's gonna die to Kyo anyways. Yash, the Wukong spawn coming up from Kyo. Now they pop the Haunt. Vacuum into the wall. 3 heroes caught out. Kyo still alive. Getting huge kick out there from DJ. And, oh, the Magnetize. The Eclipse. Everyone's going down on the side of Kyo. Doesn't care.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
Spectre's down for 20 seconds here. They can attempt to get some tower damage here, but it might not be so wise to carry on. However, the Abaddon's ulti is up soonish, so actually there's not really that much to be scared of. Point being down, Darkseid Wall being down. But here we go, Abaddon getting jumped.
Stolen back and the kick. Dash immediately.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Double kick and the silence. Damage, cleave damage, Q zip all the way.
You're going in.
There we go.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Game this turn. Secondly in the barracks.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
And that's second racks like that. A game that seemed kind of bad. Early game by Fnatic. Some good rotations with when Storm got up 2 levels. Some sieging prowess by the Luna. And then the game is just different. Turned around straight off the bat. 1 rush, 2 Raxes.
Way too far. It's in, but 2 barracks.
Money to burn.
First picks the. I wouldn't say it's on the Jarek's level. Maybe he hasn't had enough time to show it up, but you have to admit he has been on fire this game, though.
That's undoubted. Now the Storm also has an orchid here. So he can able to silence the Darkseid until he gets the freeze, or someone like Lina who doesn't have Yules yet. Actually, I think he's just completed Yules. Yeah, he's got Yules right now. So that's gonna be another item to worry about.
Talk about Febby's item. Vid boosters, man. Can't go wrong with that.
Oh no, Febby doing Febby things.
Bina, man. Looks like they will go straight for Jesse Vash, but hold on, they find an even bigger target, and that's gonna be Yash. With the silence and the kick, down goes Yash.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Like they fun, kick Abby in. Oh, now they're just having fun, and down goes Ben Hill. Wow, and they're gonna find the third. That's gonna be Ayo going down. This is over. HappyFeet. Benefit Rapier. Very, very fun.
You see some Naruto going on over there. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, Fnatic's rotations, Fnatic's decision making in terms of smokes and when to fight and when they cannot fight, when they should be pushing lanes out so that the Storm can split and come in straight away. Just a very fast game and very well solid performance by them in game number 1.